Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Horchatamamita back with another video. And this week we're back with another vlog, okay? I took a step back from vlogging, which I kind of explained to you guys before. I think sometimes you have to let something go if you really love it. You know, I feel like I've heard that a lot recently. And I feel like that perfectly captures my relationship with vlogging recently. Like, I feel like I was just, again, doing it so much, but like mindlessly and not really as intentionally, where I kind of like lost the love for it almost. We don't love that. We don't love that, okay? We need to be intentional about what we're doing, and we need to make sure that, you know, we're having fun when we're doing it. So now that I've taken a little step back, I'm back and I'm better than ever. So just a disclaimer for you guys. I recorded content for this vlog a couple weeks ago. This is not present moment. I'm trying to be a little bit more specific about when I want to record a vlog. I think my everyday life is so fun and exciting, and going to Target and doing laundry and cleaning my apartment, like those are fun things. But what's funner is I think when there is some event that the vlog is based on. So with that being said, I recently went to my alma mater, Georgetown, for my 5-year reunion. I wanted to take you guys along. So yeah, y'all, I hope you guys enjoy this vlog. Now, I know I said I was gonna work on checking in more in the present moment. We're still working on that, okay? That's all to say, I did not check in. I really did not check in, like at all. And I hate when I do that because I feel like you can't get like my raw reaction. Something about me is you're gonna know what I'm thinking. You're gonna know how I'm feeling. I'm gonna have something to say 9 times out of 10. And I definitely did. But, you know, and I feel like a broken record at this point, which I am. But when I'm on like a tight schedule and I'm going from thing to thing to thing, the last thing on my mind is checking in about like what's going on, my live reaction. Like, I am present, I'm trying to get from like point A to point B. I think generally, like as a person, one of my goals is to just, other than be more present, is also to just like give myself a little bit more time. I'm trying to be timely. I feel like that's something I've been working on. I'm getting a little bit better, but I feel like I don't give myself enough time. And because I'm rushing from thing to thing to thing, that means, and I'm recording a vlog, that doesn't give a space for the check-ins, for the in-betweens. You're just seeing clips of what's happening. You don't know what's going on. So yeah, I'm sorry y'all for not having as many in the moment check-ins, but I'm gonna give you guys like a little debrief of like kind of like what happened, and then insert clips of what I'm talking about. I feel like that's probably the best way to go about it. So boom, on Saturday, I get into DC. I decide to drive because I feel like when it's like a 2-hour ride, like I don't feel the need to take a train or take a bus. Like, I have my car. Where I'm at with my lease right now, like I have a lot of mileage left to use up before my lease is over. It's over in like a couple months. So like I might as well just like use my car if I have it. So yeah, I ended up driving down to DC. My thoughts. It's never usually a 2-hour ride, okay? When Google Maps says 2 hours, I give it 3. I give it like another hour in between making pit stops with like gas, getting food, also like potential weather conditions. Like, I like to give myself a little bit more time. So basically, leading up to this reunion, right, I was talking to my close friend Callie, who is in Virginia. She's right by DC. But we were trying to coordinate when to go to this reunion, right? Mind you, I feel like usually events that are organized by like your school specifically, or at least my schools, I don't know, I just don't have the highest expectations for them because it's more of an official event. And I don't know, I just think the vibes are different when it's like the university is hosting an event versus somebody who went to the university, like another alumni is like hosting an event, or someone in the, you know, area is hosting like something informal, or like there's an after hour like situation. So going into it, my expectations were like, okay, it's probably gonna be cool. I'm gonna see like a couple of people. Honestly, my objective more than anything was like, okay, cool, reunion events, connecting with people, connecting with faces I haven't seen in a while. There are some people that, even though I had like a very special connection with, I lost touch with them or whatever happened. So like those were things I was excited about, but essentially my expectation for the trip and intention was honestly hanging out with like my people, and also being in DC, being in Georgetown, kind of like reminiscing. I feel like whenever I go to DC or to the Georgetown area, that is usually like on the agenda. I am just trying to hit all my favorite spots, trying to enjoy the city. I love DC. I think going to school there like for 4 years. I basically lived there for 4 years. So I think there's nostalgia there, like when I do go and visit. And so my friend and I, Callie, were like having a conversation about like what we were gonna do when we went there. And I, mind you, have been looking forward to this event for months now. And I think it was ideal to go with someone else, but like I was cool with just going by myself because I'm also in an era where I'm like, okay, like if I want to do it, like I'm just gonna do it. I would love to have company. I would love to have somebody add to the vibe. But I have to remind myself like, girl, you are the vibe. You are the vibe. And if you want to do it, that's enough. Like just invest in yourself and like the things that you want to do. Point period blank. Like don't depend on someone else. Like point period blank. So I was initially gonna go with like a couple of friends. That didn't work out. I was like, okay, like I'll drive there by myself. And when I was talking to my friend Callie about like what was on the agenda and like what our, you know, essentially intention was in going and what we wanted to hit when we got there, I think we both were on the same page about going to the main day, which is when they had like the big class party, aka a gala. And essentially I had already looked at the schedule like months ago again because I had the intention of going for a while, and I was thinking it was Saturday. Like it was in my head, like it's gonna be Saturday. I'm gonna go in on Saturday morning, gonna be there for the day, gonna come back on Sunday. So just a quick trip, boom. So Callie and I planning to like meet up Saturday morning / afternoon. We're gonna do brunch as soon as I got into DC. And then from there, we were just kind of like play it by ear and see like what was going on campus. Because again, the main class party that we were referring to was that night. You guys can see where this is going, potentially. Saturday comes around and I get into DC. First of all, there was like a torrential storm when I was driving there. I'm like, what are the odds? Literally the day that I drive there. And I don't know what's been going on in Philly, but like for some reason, every weekend, like rainy as fuck, not hot or super swampy, like no in between. And then during the weeks, it's just been like 80-degree weather, like literally beach weather. Super sunny, sickening. So that's just context, but like that day, yes, torrential storm. I'm like, what are the fucking odds? I'm driving to DC, and the day that I'm driving to DC, when I tell you it was raining so hard that my car was being pushed when I was on the highway. So this was stressing me out. And again, I gave myself a little hour to get there. So I had a little bit of a cushion, but I ended up driving there like a little later already. So I was already like running later than I expected to. Yeah, I'm on the highway, like it's raining really bad. I'm like, okay, I need to make a pit stop. I stopped at Wawa. I needed to go to the bathroom anyway. So I was like, okay, whatever. Like 2 birds, 1 stone, it's fine. So make a pit stop, start driving again. Mind you, when I say like there was a torrential storm, I mean, I was getting an alert saying tornado warning, like scattered thunderstorm. The alert that pops up on your phone when there's like really dangerous weather conditions, like that is the type of time I'm talking about. Like it was fucking scary. So I'm a little anxious. I don't like driving in the rain, but I'm like, okay, cool. I guess I'm gonna take my time and hope for the best. The ride was a little rough, but I stuck through, ended up getting there around the time that like I was expecting to check in. And I really didn't want to miss brunch. So I was like, okay, Callie, like let's just meet directly at the brunch place. Mind you, we went to Busboys and Poets, if you guys ever heard of it. It's like a staple DC brunch spot. But essentially, yeah, we decided like, okay, we're just gonna meet there directly. I'm gonna check in after because like time is not on our side right now. I feel like that's the thing that makes the most sense if we really want to make it to brunch. And I'm a brunch girly. So I was like, ew. I was like, I need to see brunch. I really wanted to try Busboys and Poets brunch specifically. So anyways, again, ran late, but whatever, we made it. Y'all wanna know how I got ready for brunch? I pulled up in a fit. You wanna know how? If you thought, oh, you changed in the car, you're absolutely correct. Ask me how I did it. Like, bro, my life is a fucking movie. I really do think so, because I'm like, there's never just a dry moment, ever. But somehow, we made it happen. Luckily, I had layers on, so like, it didn't look too crazy, but I was trying so hard to not look sus to everybody like next to me. Like, whenever I was stopping at a stoplight, I'm like, my jeans are like half up my thighs. I'm like trying to be casual. I probably made it even more suspicious, but it was a whole thing. End up getting to Busboys and Poets, meet Callie. Such a good time. It was so nice like catching up. I feel like one thing I miss about college is like being in close proximity with all my best friends. So it's nice like having that in-person time when I do. Yeah, we like caught up and it was just like old times. Like honestly, I love those friendships where it's like you won't see each other for 6 months, and then you see each other again. It's like, okay, in the beginning it was weird because you're just not used to like being physically around them as much, but like it just takes an hour or so and you're like, okay, like this is like old times, like it's like time hasn't passed, you know? So it was good seeing her. Brunch, 10 out of 10. I ordered an omelet and I customized it, but really good, like really good, I'm not gonna lie. Good vibes, good food. And one thing I appreciate too about Kelly is like, we're gonna take flicks. Like she's always ready and she always catches like the raw and organic moments, which like, God bless her. I joke around with her. I'm like, girl, you're like my videographer. Like you really are. Cause she just catches like the best things like in real time on camera. And I'm like, I don't know how you just have like a special touch. And also get you some friends who are good at taking your pictures, like know your angles. Cause like she be knowing my angles. She really do. And I'm gonna give her that. But we took some flicks. I'm gonna put some like right here for you guys so you can see because they're really cute. But we got some pictures. And then afterwards we were like, okay, like let's go check into my hotel and get our day started essentially. We were both on the same page about like doing the things that are specific to DC. So we were on the same page about that. So boom, after that, we go to the hotel to check in. Very cute, cute little suite. I booked through Airbnb. At first I was a little like cynical because I was like, all the instructions are like, go through the hotel. So I'm like, are you guys allowed to do this? Like, should I say Airbnb? Are y'all doing the show at the table? Like, I don't know what's going on, but apparently that's a thing. So check into the hotel. One thing about it though is like DC has like the worst parking situation known to man. Like, okay, New York is bad. I will say that. New York is pretty bad. But DC is also up there. Like, it's annoying finding a spot. So I had Callie like sit in the car and like, it's probably like some Philly shit, but like she just stayed in the car with like the blinkers on. I don't think I got it on camera, but it was the funniest thing ever. I'm like, the things you literally like do for your friends or the things that you make your friends do for you. Cause like, when I tell you she was panicking, like I pulled a Philly, like a Philly as in I put my emergency signals on and she stayed in the car while I ran in, like checked in and put my stuff in the hotel. When I tell you this girl was like shaking, like trembling, like she was looking left and right, like there was cops like right there. So she was losing her shit. I appreciate her. She's a real one. She held it down. But it really didn't make sense. Like there's a bunch of one-ways around there. I happened to get the hotel that's like, I think it was by like the Capitol building. It was by the monuments. And it's just, again, a headache to find parking. It's either I did valet and then like having them take it up and then bring it back down. That didn't make sense. Like I was just gonna change, put my stuff down and we were gonna head right out. So it was either that or it was finding street parking. So if we found another spot, we wouldn't have been able to park there anyway. So essentially she stayed in the car, she held it down, ran out after I like changed and checked in. Again, very, very cute place. Yeah, it was very spacious, very cozy. 10 out of 10. Again, I had a good experience. So changed so I could be like a little cozy since we're gonna be walking around Georgetown. And then I headed out. So then Kelly and I drove to Georgetown and essentially our plan was like to hit Blank Street Coffee because there isn't one in Philly. There's not many locations. I think they're just in like the bigger cities. I know it's like UK based. Yeah, they have some in New York, which are the ones that I went to. And they have some in DC. I'm not sure where else they have them, but both Callie and I were on the same page about going because like we both really do like the spot. So we were like, okay, we're gonna go to Blank Street Coffee and then we're gonna go probably like get lunch around there and maybe do a little bit of shopping. Nothing crazy. We get to Georgetown. Y'all, we pulled up to Blank Street maybe around 10 minutes, maybe 12 minutes before it closed, around somewhere in between that time. Why, when we walk in, the barista's like, we're closed. Like, sorry, we're not taking any more orders. Bro, when I say we were hype to get this coffee, I will say I took a little longer than expected to change because, again, timeliness is not necessarily my strongest quality. But we still had like, again, like 12 minutes left. It's not even like it was 5 minutes before closing. Like, I don't know. That really rubbed us the wrong way. But we were like, all right, let's just take the L. It's a hard L because, again, we were excited. But it wasn't meant for us. Let's just figure something else out. Mind you, we had already passed a Compass Coffee earlier. And, like, again, if you've been to DC or you are in DC, you know Compass Coffee coming through. Like, especially their chais. I used to love their chais and like their matchas. So we were like, okay, rejection's redirection. Like, let's just go to Compass. Go to Compass. I ended up ordering a lavender matcha, and I forgot what she ordered. She ordered like some other matcha, and a clip of it is right here. But we get that. I really wanted to like it more than I did. It was a little bit underwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. And I will say, I've always liked the chai better than the matcha there. It's just, I'm a sweet tooth girly. I think their drinks are they're more like spicy, like herbally is like the best way to put it. Like they give more tea and they're not really sweet overall. So I think it works for the chai because like I like a little spicy chai. But for the matcha, I was like, I didn't like it as much as I wanted to, honestly. I was dreading drinking it. And I usually take a while to finish my drinks. If you know me, you know I take a while. I like sip my coffee. Like it's definitely an experience for me. But when I say I was like babysitting the drink, like I barely drank it before it was very watered down. Like I was not a fan. But again, we take our L's. So did that, and then we ended up going to Munchies, which is one of my favorite spots in DC too. They have really good shawarmas. I haven't really tried anything else there, but like their shawarmas, chef's kiss. Like they have a chicken and cheese one, and it's my favorite thing to get when I'm in DC. Like when I was living there, bro, I was ordering it like every week. I'm not even kidding. It's a disease. It's a condition. Like I was fiending for that shit. So we got that. Callie's trying it for the first time. So we ended up going to like a student center and like eating it there. Honestly, I'm like the type of friend that I just love putting people on. Like we're getting busy. Maybe it's my ego. I don't know. No, I don't know. I like introducing people to like things that I like. Like I love sharing that with people. It's just like a fun thing for me. So it was exciting to like see if she was gonna like it. She did end up liking her food. She liked my shawarma too. I don't think she was like the biggest fan of like the actual bowl because she ended up getting like some bowl, but overall she did enjoy it. So love that for us. So we also ended up hitting up a few stores there. They had like an urban. Honestly, I went to more after graduating, but they had a 75% off sale. So we're like, okay, we gotta hit that. Got a couple of things. Let me show you guys what I got. There are a couple of things that stood out to me. I feel like they're cute and they complement a handful of things that I have in my closet, which I feel like is usually what I base my decision making off of when I'm buying something new. First thing that caught my eye is this dainty white lace top. It's like strapless. I feel like it's very girly, very femme. It has a cute little asymmetrical like cut at the bottom. I feel like it was cute. It's different than like what I have in my closet. Honestly, when I first looked at it, I was like, it might be a little too girly for me. When I tried it on, I was sold. I felt like it was cute. So found this top, which is like this animal print halter top. I felt like the other one was more of like daytime vibes, maybe like a picnic, like brunch maybe. And this is more like going out, like girls' night, dinner vibes. So yeah, I feel like that was cute too. And it has a similar like cut at the bottom, but there's like a drawstring there too. So anyways, yeah, I feel like those were cute. And price wise, they weren't bad either. Like I spent way less than $100 for that. So I feel like it was a cop. And then after we went to Urban, we went to Glossier. Mind you, I have wanted to try their products, but I just have not really tried them as much. So yeah, I think I've always wanted the perfume. I didn't want it like it was an itch, you know? It wasn't like something that like I needed, but like when I first smelled it, I really liked that it was a base, I feel like. And apparently it's supposed to like smell different depending on the person. I think every perfume does, but like it's supposed to be like a very like minimal type of scent where like it really complements like your natural scent. But yeah, I tried the original one on a couple years ago and I liked it, but I never felt again like that burning desire to like actually buy it. And the way that I think about it is like if I am really thinking about something and purchasing it, like that's how I know I actually really want it. So I like to give it time, you know? There are some things where I'm impulsive. I'm like, okay, like off that, like I feel like this is something that could add to my closet or my collection or whatever. But if it's not like, you know, really like speaking to me, where I'm like, I have to have it initially, I like to give it a little bit of time and see if like after some time passes, like I still want this thing. So essentially, when I found out there was a Glossier in Georgetown, I was like, okay, like let's hit that up too. And my whole thing is like, I've heard good reviews on some of the makeup products, but again, I have not experienced that. I know that when I smelled that perfume, it was good, and that is something I wanted. So I was going into the store with that mentality of like, okay, I'm probably gonna be interested in like the scents. So I looked at the scents, and apparently, mind you, it was like really cute in there. I'm gonna leave a clip right here of us like walking into the store, but I'm pretty sure like they recently opened it, and I feel like they did a really good job just like creating a cute little like shopping experience. I have not experienced many Glossiers, but I do feel like they do value like creating just a cute, fun shopping experience for people. And I feel like this one was like really cute personally. I feel like this one, like they really did a good job of like, you know, creating that experience. But yeah, so when we go in there, I think Callie ends up looking at like more of the makeup stuff, and I like goes, and mind you, I was not even going in there with the intention of buying anything, but the sales rep comes up to us and she's talking to us and stuff like that, and as they do, she convinced me to buy something. Essentially, they just recently dropped a perfume, and it's crazy because my other friend Yana recently told me about like this drop that she did like some type of campaign for. But essentially, they just dropped a perfume called Fleur. And it's supposed to be like a more, I feel like, floral smell. I would say it's probably like heavy on the floral more than anything else, but this is what it looks like. It's very simple packaging, and I just got the travel version because like I don't want to commit to like a full-size perfume, especially when I wasn't even intending to buy anything. I'm trying to be a little more intentional and less impulsive about my purchases. So I was like, okay, like it was $30. It's cute little treat, nothing terrible, not too bad. And if anything, if I really do like it later on, I could just buy like the full-size version. But yeah, this is what it looks like, and it smells, it's like floral but like sweet. Like it gives it kind of reminds me of the Victoria's Secret perfumes I used to buy, but like more elevated, and it definitely lasts. And I know this because like I tried it on. I instantly fell in love with it, mind you. Like I tried the other ones there and they were good too. I forgot what the other one was called, but there's like a white one, which I think is really cute, which I thought smelled amazing. But I feel like that one was more like subtle, not as floral. I would say maybe more warm. I think maybe that's like how I would describe it. But I think this one really like was calling my name just in terms of like summer scents. I have a good amount of like more winter, like spicy, musky smells. So yeah, I think I personally find it more useful to buy perfumes that are more like season appropriate. And the one I've been using recently has been like the Zara perfume, which is like a dupe for the YSL Libre. If you guys have ever tried it, amazing. I love though, but between those two, like my favorite. I will say like the Zara dupe is more floral. That's the one difference. Whereas the Libre is more like musky, like I think that's the best way I would describe it. But both of those are like my top right now, other than like the Prada perfume that I have. But this one, I feel like it's just a completely different scent than those. And so I was like, okay, I feel like this could actually like really add to my scent collection. So yeah, I'm really happy with my purchase. I think what really like affirmed the fact that this was the right decision was after I had bought it, and I don't know if this ever happened to you guys, but like we walked out of the store, but ended up calling a night. That was fun. And then it was time to call it a night, honestly. Like, I'm sorry that I was built when I was 21. So yeah, ended up calling it a night. And then the next day, honestly, it was very like on go. Woke up, did my makeup, got ready to check out street, because I was like, hey, I personally wanted to do it before I left DC. Went there, got myself what did I get? Got myself my pistachio, a lot of things to order on their menu. And then I met up with my roommate because we didn't really have time to catch up. So I ended up, which I'll show you guys right now, but like letters. And I don't really have a pullover hoodie from Georgetown. I had a couple, but I don't know what happened to them. I think my sister has one of them, and maybe she has both of them. I don't know, but I don't have any, so I was like, talk on that while I'm here. And caught yeah, checked in about just like what's going on in the world, because it's crazy and we have similar cultural backgrounds, so space to talk about things that were clearly relevant and clearly affected both of us. And it was just healing too, to just like catch up with her, because like she was a big part of my Georgetown experience, and I think vice versa. So almost to like see her, and it's so crazy because again, one of those people where it's like so much time has passed. We saw each other a couple years ago, like LA, and we had dinner and caught up and stuff, but like it's been years since we like fully like caught up, fully like spent time together in person, and yet it feels like no time has passed. So yeah, I don't know, she's like a very special person to me, and it really be like those connections that make trips like that, even though it was so exhausting, even though it was such a quick trip. Like it was literally a day-long trip, like in and out. Big things that made that trip fruitful, as well as seeing like other close friends like Callie, and I'm not gonna name everybody, but like I feel like that it was just so energizing for me. Like that was so energizing for me. And I feel like I came back, even though like physically tired, energized, because I was like, oh my gosh, like I feel fulfilled. Like I feel like these are just people that mean so much to me, and it's so nice to like connect with them. So yeah, y'all, I ended up getting back at like 5. So yeah, y'all, I ended up leaving after we like caught up for a little bit. Got here like in the evening, and that was the trip. That was the trip. Again, very interesting, never boring. Always fun moments, especially with like my circle. Like I feel like our character, like we're full of characters. It's never a dull moment. So I had a lot of fun. Again, had some reflections, but overall I was so glad that I took that trip, because like when I found out that the gala was on Friday and that, you know, Callie and I had missed it, a big part of me was like, okay, like, is it worth it to go? But one, it was not refundable. So I was like, girl, rain or shine, which it was given a storm, not rain, but I'm gonna go. But other than that, I think also like, again, seeing these people, reconnecting, being able to like go to some of my favorite spots, being in like an environment that energizes me and that like is again a big part of my identity. It was very fulfilling for me. And even though it wasn't like, I don't know, it wasn't like the most, I wouldn't even say that, like it wasn't like the craziest time. I guess that's the best way I would say it. It was everything that I needed it to be. And I think also like as an adult, like learning that like my idea of fun has changed. Like I'm giving myself the freedom to like grow in that sense. Cause like before, if I was like, even 2 years ago, if I was like 25 or 24, I would have been like, rah, rah, rah. Like I am trying to, you know, do everything. Like I'm trying to do all the things while I'm there. And I might have been underwhelmed, but everything that I needed it to be, once again, not to be redundant, but like had fun, had a good night out, had all the spots up South Block, but it's okay. We're gonna do that next time. I hit all my favorite spots, like just got to see everybody that I, for the most part, wanted to see. And yeah. And I also got like me time, which I think like recently I've needed. And that's why I'm like, okay, things are working out the way that I need them to. Not necessarily how I initially want them to, but how I need them to. Cause like, it's been crazy. My life has been crazy. Like my life has been nonstop. Like, and I feel like I've needed some of that solo time. So I think the trip served its purpose, in my opinion. But yeah, y'all, sorry that I had to give you guys like a very quick summary of what happened. Even then, I'm like, I found something to yap about. I found enough to yap about, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's like a vlog, but in like a weird format too. Moving forward, I'll like really try to make it a point to give myself more time so I can check in the moment. But like, I hope you guys enjoyed I hope you guys enjoyed like seeing a glimpse of my weekend, and I hope you guys stay tuned for the next video, which is probably gonna be a chit chat. But if you've seen that vlog, you know what I'm talking about. If not, check it out. I'm gonna link it above. But yeah, you would know like it is my favorite spot in DC, hands down. Like best speakeasy. Like I need to probably try different places, but like it's always a good time, always good music. So that was a good time. It was time to call it a night, honestly. Like, I'm sorry, I am 27 years old. I'm not built the same way that I was built when I was 21. So yeah, I ended up calling it a night. And then the next day, honestly, it was very like on go. Woke up, did my makeup, got ready to check out. I'm checking in from the hotel. I've not been doing a good job at checking in, but I promise you guys, I'm gonna give you guys a full scoop on everything that's happened. So yesterday was a class party. Met up with Callie, my girl, which you guys know. We ended up exploring like Georgetown and then going to like a class party in like a tent. Then we ended up going to Capo Deli later that night. Our favorite like speakeasy spots. I'm pretty sure if you watched like my birthday vlog, you'll probably remember exactly what I'm referring to. But yeah, it's a really good spot if you want like low-key vibes, less creepy vibes, especially as a woman, in my experience. On U Street. So anyways, that ended up being really fun. It's Sunday now, and I am about to go get my car, go meet up with my old roommate from college named Belen. And I really wanted to get ready since it's my last, I haven't been spending that much time here, but this is my last like day in DC. So anyways, I'm about to go to Blink Street Coffee after I pick up my car and check out, and meet up with my friend Belen at Georgetown on campus. We're probably gonna meet outside of the bookstore. I also need to stop at the bookstore, so we might meet in the bookstore. Who knows, but I need to head to the bookstore because I wanted to get some, okay, words are hard right now, but I wanted to get some, merch? No, not merch. Look to see if they have anything nice from there in terms of maybe like a hoodie or a varsity jacket or something. So anyways, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna check in with you guys later. I ended up going to Blank Street because I was like, okay, we didn't do it yesterday. I personally wanted to do it before I left DC. Went there, got myself a cute little, what did I get? Got myself my pistachio latte, which that's one of my favorite things to order on their menu. And then I met up with my roommate because we didn't really have time to catch up. So we went to the bookstore. I ended up getting a hoodie, which I'll show you guys right now, but this is what it looks like. I really like the embroidered like letters, and I don't really have a pullover hoodie from Georgetown. I had a couple, but I don't know what happened to them. but I don't have any. So I was like, okay, I need to like restock on that while I'm here. And caught up with my roommate, talked about potential plans to like LA. She might be visiting me. Yeah, checked in about just like what's going on in the world, because it's crazy and we have similar cultural backgrounds. So it was nice to kind of just like have a safe space to talk about things that were clearly relevant and clearly affected both of us. And it was just healing too, to just like catch up with her, because like she was a big part of my Georgetown experience, and I think vice versa. So it was healing almost to like see her. And it's so crazy because, again, one of those people where it's like so much time has passed. We saw each other a couple years ago, like when I went to LA, and we had dinner and caught up and stuff, but like it's been years since we like fully like caught up, fully talked, fully like spent time together in person, and yet it feels like no time has passed. So yeah, I don't know, she's like a very special person to me, and it really be like those connections that make trips like that, even though it was so exhausting, even though it was such a quick trip. Like it was literally a day-long trip, like in and out. That is one of the big things that made that trip fruitful, as well as seeing like other close friends like Callie, and I'm not gonna name everybody, but like it was just so energizing for me. Like that was so energizing for me. And I feel like I came back, even though like physically tired, energized, because I was like, oh my gosh, like I feel fulfilled. Like I feel like these are just people that mean so much to me, and it's so nice to like connect with them. So yeah, y'all, I ended up leaving after we like caught up for a little bit, got here like in the evening, and that was the trip. That was the trip. Again, very interesting, never boring, always fun moments, especially with like my circle. Like I feel like our character, like we're full of characters. It's never a dull moment. So I had a lot of fun. Again, had some reflections, but overall I was so glad that I took that trip, because like when I found out that the gala was on Friday and that, you know, Callie and I had missed it, a big part of me was like, okay, like, is it worth it to go? But one, it was not refundable. So I was like, girl, or shine, which it was giving a storm, not rain, but I'm gonna go. But other than that, I think also like, again, seeing these people, reconnecting, being able to like go to some of my favorite spots, being in like an environment that energizes me and that like is again a big part of my identity. It was very fulfilling for me. And even though it wasn't like the craziest time, I guess that's the best way I would say it, it was everything that I needed it to be. And I think also like as an adult, like I am learning that like my idea of fun has changed, and that's fine. Like I'm giving myself the freedom to like grow in that sense, because like before, if I was like even 2 years ago, if I was like 25 or 24, I would have been like rah rah rah, like I am trying to, you know, do everything. Like I'm trying to do all the things while I'm there, and I might have been underwhelmed, but I feel like this was like everything that I needed it to be. Once again, not to be redundant, but like had fun, had a good night out. I wanted to hit up South Block, but it's okay. We're gonna do that next time. Aside from that, I hit all my favorite spots. Like just got to see everybody that I, for the most part, wanted to see. And I also got like me time, which I think like recently I've needed. And that's why I'm like, okay, things are working out the way that I need them to. Not necessarily how I initially want them to, but how I need them to. Cause like, it's been crazy. My life has been crazy. Like my life has been nonstop. Like, and I feel like I've needed some of that solo time. The trip served its purpose, in my opinion. But yeah, y'all, sorry that I had to give you guys like a very quick summary of what happened. Even then, I'm like, I found something to yap about. I found enough to yap about, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's like a vlog, but in like a weird format too. Moving forward, I'll like really try to make it a point to give myself more time so I can check in the moment. But like, I hope you guys enjoyed like seeing a glimpse of my weekend, and I hope you guys stay tuned for the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys next time.